More than 100 days have passed since the bloody crackdown on protesters in Iran. An unprecedented massacre in the country's modern history. Yet the full scale of the catastrophe is still coming to light.
In the interrogation room, suddenly, 4 or 5 large-built officers, who did not appear to be in a normal state, attacked me. They tore my clothes and said they would gang rape me. While I was screaming and crying, they forced a baton into my body and beat me like animals with punches and kicks.
Repressive agents of the Islamic Republic are using sexual assault and rape to instill fear and suppress protesters, and many women, and even young men, say that sexual abuse during arrest, interrogation, and imprisonment is widespread.
The IRGC uses every means to intimidate people and seeks to deter women from taking to the streets by instilling fear of sexual violence. These are things we have witnessed for years. In my view, however, if there had been no interference from outside the country in the January protests, their course might have been different. The massacre might not have unfolded in this way. Divisions among the people might have been avoided, and the protests could have grown in scope, pushing the regime toward collapse.
The Islamic Republic uses various forms of sexual abuse to psychologically break protesters, including the desecration of a female protester's body and sending related messages and images.
After they killed my wife, the agent who had gone to the morgue, where my wife's body had been taken, to use her finger to unlock her phone, sent me a message that drove me mad. He wrote, "I touched your wife's private parts," and then sent me a photo. What am I supposed to do with this grief?
Despite the arrest of thousands during the war, the voices of protesters continue to be heard, exposing the scale of these crimes.
I lost my mom on January 9. When we were coming back from a birthday party like any other normal family. Suddenly their bullets hit our car and they shot so much that was nothing left from the car. My mom took a bullet right in her heart and she died on the spot. I got hit by 5 bullets in my arm and leg, and due to my mental and physical problems, I can't even go to school, play the piano, or follow any other goals I had. My 11-year-old sister is in deep depression and she can't go to school anymore. And today, under this big injustice of no internet, I want you to know the price we all paid, not just our family, but thousands of people. And I'm alive and keep going just because I want to keep my mother's name alive. And I'm asking all of you and beg you to keep going and still fighting for the price we all paid. Because it's a terrible pain to lose our loved ones for nothing.
At the same time, the Islamic Republic, by increasing executions of opponents and protesters, is taking revenge on the people for the collapse of its intelligence, military, and security structures, as well as its leadership, and for its heavy defeat during the war, while also intensifying attacks on minorities.
My twin sister has been arrested because she is Baha'i, and she has now been held for about 11 weeks in solitary confinement in Kerman prison without any formal charges being filed or access to a lawyer. She is an artist who has contributed greatly to society. Given the current wartime conditions and the fact that she has had no political activity and is not affiliated with any group, I'm asking that she be released temporarily, at least until her court hearing.
Human rights activists say the Islamic Republic has made the most of wartime conditions to suppress protesters.
The military strike by the US and Israel, basically has allowed the Islamic Republic to try and bolster its propaganda and also find a new excuse to further enhance its technique of utilizing false confessions and securitized crimes against Iranian citizens, those who are its targets as activists or various at-risk and vulnerable groups. And if the war breaks out again after the ceasefire, it will simply add to the complicated and very worrying human rights situation and the systematic abuse that is currently happening inside the country by the Islamic Republic. Those who have been arrested in the context of the recent nationwide protests and those who have been sentenced by falsified espionage and securitized charges are really at a risk when it comes to receiving the death penalty or being executed or basically sitting on the death row.
In such circumstances, human rights activists are deeply concerned about the extremely dangerous situation of political prisoners and key opponents inside the country, including Narges Mohammadi, as well as hundreds of other detainees who have received death sentences or are at risk of facing them. Despite all this, many in Iran say the Islamic Republic has reached its end. Omid Habibinia, London, for the Media Line.